Hello and good afternoon. Good morning, everybody. Welcome on in. It'll be afternoon here soon enough from Champion Car Wash Field in beautiful Roseburg, Oregon. It is time for some Roseburg baseball. Here on Douglas County's Home for Sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Welcome in, everybody. It is a overcast day here in the Umpqua Basin, but for right now, the sun is poking through the clouds, and it's looking like a nice, typical spring day for some baseball for us. Today, the Roseburg Indians will welcome in the Grants Pass Cavemen for a doubleheader, with Game 1 coming up here in just about 15 minutes from now. We welcome you into our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal, 673-7122. Well, coming up today, Roseburg looks to continue their winning ways at 4-1 on the season. Roseburg sitting atop of the SOC regional standings, a bit of a hybrid schedule between the 6A and 5A classifications in Southern Oregon. Roseburg at the top at 4-1, holding the tiebreaker on top of South Medford, who they beat earlier this week in a 1-0 pitchers duel. South Medford at 4-1. They're coming off of a big win over Grants Pass earlier this week as well. Grants Pass losing on to South Medford earlier this week, 14-0 on Thursday, and Grants Pass coming in at 3-1. That was their first defeat of the season. It has been a good start for both of these teams this year, and they both look to have it continue here today at Bill Gray Legion Stadium at Champion Car Wash Field. Should be in for a good one as we get things ready to go here in just a bit. As we count down towards first pitch of today's baseball doubleheader, we remind you that Roseburg Baseball is streaming live online at 541radio.com and on the Score YouTube channel, where you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow Roseburg High Sports throughout the school year this year, and well, we've done it for the last number of years, that you can find past broadcasts there as well. So head on over to our 541radio.com website or to YouTube and find today's broadcast streaming live now. You can enjoy it for free thanks to sponsorship from Renco General Contractors. Renco specializes in industrial and commercial construction, so whether you're building from scratch or maybe it's time to expand or remodel your current building, at Renco, there's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco. Here in our Roseburg Disposal pregame show, we'll get a chance to catch up with head coach Troy Thompson in just a moment. We'll have that for you next as we continue down towards first pitch from Champion Car Wash Field. Roseburg and Grants Pass getting ready for a doubleheader today here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
General Contractors, formerly known as RE Noah, are the experts in industrial and commercial construction. With over 50 years of combined experience, Renco General Contractors is Douglas County's building leader when it comes to commercial construction. From turnkey construction from the ground up, tenant improvements to seismic upgrades, Renco is an authorized metal building dealer dedicated to providing our community the highest quality structures. They also specialize in steel fabrication and welding. Call Renco today. There's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Back with more of our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal, 673-7122. Joey Kieran here with you as we get ready for Game 1 of today's doubleheader. Roseburg taking on Grants Pass, and we get a chance to catch up here with head coach Troy Thompson in the pregame show. And, Coach, you guys come into today. I think you got to be feeling pretty, good about how things went back on Tuesday. A 1-0 victory on the road at South Medford. A great pitcher's duel there. Always something to work on, but, you got to feel, at least for in the moment, feel pretty good about how things went on Tuesday.
Well, you're right there. We feel good about the result of that game for sure. Dom Tatone, very good on the mound. Better than good, was outstanding on the mound and did a great job for us. And then Garrett Zymet coming in and getting those 3 outs there to finish it off we were very good on the mound. Obviously, offensively, we'd like to come up with a little bit more, but we did see a good arm there on Tuesday as well. So I like the way we battled. I like the way we stayed with it and played pretty solid defense behind it, and we're able to come out of there with a victory. So those are all good things.
It was a fairly clean game there on Tuesday against South Medford, and you mentioned the defense playing behind. It seemed like a nice step up from what we had seen on Saturday, the doubleheader before against North Medford, where there were some mental errors out there and there were some things to clean up. Did you feel like you saw progress on the defensive side behind the pitchers for you?
We did. We thought we saw progress defensively and offensively, even though the numbers like we talked about on Tuesday may not have really indicated that, but we felt better about our at-bats and better about our appearances at the plate. And then since that time, we've had 3 good days here: Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, of some good swings, a lot of defensive work as well. So hopefully that shows here today as we come out here against Grants Pass.
I probably ask it a lot, but, you talk about working on certain drills and practice and what, and certain aspects. And is it the same type of stuff you normally would be working on with a team at this point in the season? You're a couple of weeks in, you're 5 games into it. Are these the same kind of drills you would have normally in a season in the past be working in at this point in the year?
I think primarily yes, but with the short season and the late start, you still feel like you're a little behind.
Mm-hmm.
Normally on a normal year, like you're saying, this would be into 2 months here that we would have had a chance to have our guys here, but instead it's been whatever it's been, a couple weeks, 3 weeks maybe. So yeah, I think everybody's in the same boat where you feel like maybe you're a little bit pushed and don't have the time you'd normally have. But the kids have done a great job responding whatever we've challenged them with at practice. They've done a good job with that. So as far as the baseball side of things, you continue to work on, your situational hitting and hitting with 2-0, 3-1 plus counts, and with runners on base. To come up with a 2-out hit with a runner on second or third to try to push that run is a big deal, and that's something we obviously work on every year, and certainly this year we haven't gone away from that. But it's been a lot of things in a short amount of time, so hopefully we can just come out and play the game here today.
It is a sprint here at the moment. One thing that I had a conversation with somebody here recently about, to me, it seems very obvious coming out here and getting a chance to see these guys that there's a lot of enjoyment for all these guys to be able to be out doing these kind of things after such a long layoff for every student athlete, every student out there to be back kind of to a little bit of things that they rely on each and every school year. I mean, how much do you notice that these guys are just kind of out here having fun and enjoying the fact that they get to hang out with their friends and do something they enjoy?
No, I think that's been a big piece of the puzzle here, is getting, not just for the baseball team, but for all the programs to have a chance to get out and compete and to be around each other and have that social aspect of what we're doing here is a big part of it after not having that for, almost a full year. So that's been a nice thing. And, our group enjoys being at the baseball field. They enjoy being with each other and all those things that being together provides, the camaraderie and teamwork and all those things. So it's been a good session or a good several weeks for us, and I'm sure they're glad to be out and able to play the game that they love to play. So that part's been great. I think not only in our program but in all the programs around the state, I'm sure you're seeing that. It's been a welcome reprieve from what they've been through. So it's nice to have the opportunity to be able to do that no matter how long our season is or shortened up from years past. So no, all that's been a real positive, and we're glad we have the chance to do that.
Today you've got Grants Pass here for 2, a team that is off to a nice start with their record-wise, at least there. They are coming off of a tough loss against South Medford, a team you guys beat earlier this week. Going into this matchup, another first-year coach on the other side as well that you're squaring up against here. What do you expect out of a South Medford team that does have a number of seniors on their roster, so maybe a name or two is a little bit familiar to you, but for the most part, obviously a first chance to see Grants Pass for quite some time.
Well, that's just it. They're a little bit older than some of the groups we've seen here so far this year as far as grade-wise, juniors and seniors. They have a number of seniors back that would have been sophomores the last time we saw them. And you're right, we recognize a few names, but I think they're in the same boat as everyone else, just trying to find their way and get games in and all the things that we're trying to do right now. So we don't know that much about them. I know Zach Morgan, as their new head coach, was involved with the program for a long time as a player and then as an assistant. Now it's his chance to be the head coach there. So
now is head coach of the Roseburg Indians, Troy Thompson there. We got to get in a 2-minute break. We'll come back with first pitch here right around the corner. This has been the Roseburg Disposal pregame show here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
General Contractors, formerly known as Ari Noah, are the experts in industrial and commercial construction. With over 50 years of combined experience, Renco General Contractors is Douglas County's building leader when it comes to commercial construction. From turnkey construction from the ground up, tenant improvements to seismic upgrades, Renco is an authorized metal building dealer dedicated to providing our community the highest quality structures. They also specialize in steel fabrication and welding. Call Renco today. There's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco.
Buy one, get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one signature service oil change with Pennzoil, get one free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
At Current Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, "Hey, where did you get that great smile?" And for you to be able to say, "At Current Orthodontics."
We welcome you back here to Champion Car Wash Field, where today the Roseburg Indians take on Grants Pass, and we apologize for getting back a little bit late here as we get done with our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. And we actually come back with runners on the corners for Grants Pass after just 2 batters. A leadoff double for Jet Hood puts him out at second base, and then a sacrifice bunt by Troy Osborne, which ended up the starting pitcher, Garrett Zimet, lets it roll, hoping that it would go foul. It does not. And so you've got runners on the corners with nobody out for Grants Pass to start out this ball game for Roseburg and GP. The 3-hitter Andrew Ide stepping in. We'll run through your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for Grants Pass here in just a sec. On the mound, it is Garrett Zimet throwing for Roseburg. A 1-1 count now for the 3-hitter Andrew Ide, the starting pitcher for Grants Pass here today. Garrett Zimet on the mound, right-handed senior, one of only a couple on the roster for Roseburg this year. His 1-1 offering, ground ball up the middle. They'll try and go 2. It's Gillespie to Watson, over to Corbin. They'll clear the bases, but a run comes in for Grants Pass, a 1-0 lead early on an RBI ground out for Andrew Ide. Grounds into the double play, 6-4-3. 2 down. That cuts down Troy Osborne out at second. But scoring is Jed Hood to give Grants Pass the early 1-0 lead. First pitch missing low for ball 1. For Dante Haven, the cleanup batter for Grants Pass, left-handed hitter, playing in center field. Gets underneath the the second pitch, out towards left field. Calling for it out there is Garrett Schultz, and that'll retire the side. A quick top of the first inning. We'll recap it all. We'll get you all caught up here. Apologize for the late start for the broadcast as we get into today's Game 1 of a doubleheader. It's a 1-0 lead for Grants Pass going to the bottom of the first here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Center field will be Dante Haven, and you're right.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Back here at Champion Car Wash Field, where the Roseburg Indians trail Grants Pass 1-0. Joey Kieran here with you. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for Roseburg as they get ready to take to the plate. It'll be Austin Takahashi leading things off, starting at third base. Sebastian Watson at second, batting second. Dawson Gillespie will start at short, hitting third. Dominic Titone will DH for the starting first baseman, Evan Corbin, in the cleanup spot. Garrett Zymet, the pitcher, hitting fifth, followed by the catcher, Knox Hubbard. Garrett Schultz in left field bats seventh, followed by Carson Dunn in right field hitting eighth. And Logan Klopfenstein, the starting center fielder, will bat ninth for Roseburg. 1-0 lead for Grants Pass, and their starting pitcher, Andrew Ide, now has a lead to protect after Grants Pass came out with a couple of hits in the top of the first inning. 1 run on 2 hits and no errors and nobody left on base for Grants Pass there in the top of the first inning. Andrew Ide will fire in a first pitch strike low in the zone to the left-handed hitting Austin Takahashi. We'll run through the defensive alignment for Grants Pass here through the bottom of the first inning, wearing their blue tops, gray trousers, as a pitch high and away for Ide. Makes it a 1-1 count against Roseburg's starting third baseman. Blue tops, the gray trousers. Cavemen across the front in white for the jerseys. Gray and blue caps. The bills are blue. The dome is gray. There's another pitch low and outside for Takahashi. He's got a 2-1 advantage in the at-bat. All white jerseys for Roseburg. As the 2-1 comes in, Takahashi will swing through it. Evens up the count. White tops, white trousers, the button-ups across the chest there for Roseburg. Indians in orange script. Numbers on the front and the back in orange as well for Roseburg. As a breaking ball stays outside for Ide. The count will go to 3-2. Black socks, black caps for Roseburg. Got the black and orange stripe down the side of the pants for the Tribe. The 3-2 pitch. Leadoff man takes strike 3 on a breaking ball. And a punch out to get things started for Andrew Ide. 1 away here in the bottom of the first. Grants Pass leading 1-0. Sebastian Watson will bat, the second baseman. Hits with nobody on and 1 out. Behind the plate, catching today for Grants Pass here in Game 1 of our doubleheader is Troy Osborne. That ball won't make it to him as Sebastian Watson gets underneath one. Out towards right center. Tracking it down is Dante Haven for the out. Haven ranging to his left to get underneath that one. And Roseburg quickly 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Dawson Gillespie will bat, running through the rest of your starting defensive alignment on the infield. Logan Vineyard at first, Gabe Calabro at second. At third, Tahalo Johnson, and at short, Ashton Durler. In the outfield from left to right here after the first pitch to Dawson Gillespie. A breaking ball stays inside from Ide for a 1-0 count. In the outfield from left to right, you've got Jet Hood, Dante Haven, and in right field is Caden Cartwright. Pitch low to Gillespie will make it a 2-0 count with 2 down. Nobody on base for Roseburg, trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Strikeout and a fly ball out to center so far for Roseburg here in the first. A pitch outside for a 3-0 count. If you missed the top of the first inning, we almost did too, coming back a little bit late there. Jed Hood started off with a double A sacrifice bunt attempt for Troy Osborne ended up working out for a bunt single, had runners on the corners, and a ground ball into a double play by Andrew Ide, who's pitching here in the bottom of the first for Grants Pass. That ended up driving in the game's first run for Grants Pass. Here, a 4-pitch walk issued to the 3-hitter, Gillespie. We'll put a man on first for Roseburg. Overcast day here in Roseburg for Game 1 of our doubleheader. I think there is going to be a threat of possible rain throughout much of today's action, although it looks like we hopefully will escape the worst coming up later tonight. As Dominic Titone, the left-handed batter, DHing here in Game 1, takes a pitch outside for ball 1. 57 degrees here in Game 1 of our doubleheader. Dominic Titone coming off of his dominating performance against South Medford on Tuesday. Tossed a 2-hitter in that game. Struck out 8. And he allowed a couple of walks in that one as a visit out to the mound for Zach Morgan, the head coach for Grants Pass. 4 walks, 8 strikeouts, 2 hits allowed, no runs for Dominic Titone in a 6-inning start. Garrett Zimet, today's starting pitcher, came in, pitched on a perfect 8th inning, or make it perfect 7th inning for the save for Roseburg in that win over South Medford back on Tuesday. 1-0 victory there. That was quite the exciting ball game. It's a 2-0 count here for Titone after the visit to the mound. Gillespie on at first as a strike across. Zach Morgan headed out there and said, hey, things started really well. You were throwing strikes. You've missed 6 straight outside the zone. Go ahead and toss one in there. See if you can get a strike across. More than likely, Roseburg's hitters were looking for a strike before they really tried to go after one. 2 balls and a strike against Titone. The lefty gets underneath one high in the air out towards right center again, but should be an easy play out there for Haven, and it is. That'll wrap up the bottom of the first inning. Roseburg gets a man on, can't move him around. No runs on no hits. There were no errors. The 1 man left on base after 1 inning of play. It is Grants Pass in front 1-0. Joey Kieran here with you. We'll take a look at your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for Grants Pass when we come back here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Current Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, hey, where did you get that great smile? And for you to be able to say, at Current Orthodontics.
Buy one, get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one signature service oil change with Pennzoil, get one free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion.
Top of the second inning, Grants Pass leading 1-0 against Roseburg. Ashton Durler, Tahalo Johnson, and Gabe Calabro due up against Garrett Zimet as the first pitch, a breaking ball for a swing and a miss to Ashton Durler. Taking a look at your starting batting lineup for the Grants Pass Cavemen here as the pitch high and away to Durler from Zimet. It was Jed Hood, Troy Osborne, Andrew Ide leading off. Then the top 3, Dante Haven batting at cleanup. Ashton Durler at shortstop hitting 5th as he fouls off a pitch. Tahalo Johnson is the third baseman hitting 6th, followed by Gabe Calabro, the starting second baseman, batting 7th. Logan Vineyard hitting at first base. And Caden Cartwright, the right fielder, batting in the 9th spot. That is a look at your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for Grants Pass. Reaching on the 0-2 pitch. A soft roller over to second base for the first out. Off the bat of Ashton Durler there. 4-3 the put out for Watson. 1 away. Tahalo Johnson will bat, the starting third baseman. We'll look around the diamond defensively for Roseburg. Cooper's Pest Control, our sponsors of the starting lineup, is a pitch low for a 1-0 count to Johnson. They are your locally owned bug assassins with great low rates. Give them a call at 673-0363. The 1-0 is on the outside corner for a called strike against Johnson. Behind the plate, Knox Hubbard catching for Roseburg here in game 1 of our doubleheader. The 1-1 from Zymet, who works quick. He jams Johnson, fouls that one out of play for strike 2. Hubbard behind the plate, Evan Corbin at first, Sebastian Watson at second, Gillespie at short, Takahashi at third. In the outfield from left to right, Schultz, Klopfenstein, and Dunn. Young roster out there for Roseburg. The 1-2, swing and a miss. First strikeout of the day for the senior, Garrett Zymet. Two down, and nobody on base as Gabe Calabro will step in, the second baseman. Yeah, it's a young roster. I mean, it's a young overall roster for Roseburg with only 2 seniors on it. It's a swing and a miss for strike 1. 2 Grants passes second baseman, Gabe Calabro. But Hubbard, a junior, sophomore, and Evan Corbin out there at first is a pitch outside for a 1-1 count. Sebastian Watson, a junior. Gillespie's a junior. Takahashi, a sophomore, is a ball in the air. Calabro racing to first, but this one shallow right field. Long run in, calling for it. Carson Dunn will make the play. Charging in from right field. Dunn all the way almost to the infield dirt, you could call it, to make that final out. A 1-2-3 frame there in the top of the second inning. Still a 1-0 lead for Grants Pass. We'll come back. Roseburg trying to even things up here on the Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
General Contractors, formerly known as Ari Noah, are the experts in industrial and commercial construction. With over 50 years of combined experience, Renco General Contractors is Douglas County's building leader when it comes to commercial construction. From turnkey construction from the ground up, tenant improvements to seismic upgrades, Renco is an authorized metal building dealer dedicated to providing our community the highest quality structures. They also specialize in steel fabrication and welding. Call Renco today. There's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Bottom of the second inning, Roseburg down 1-0 against Grants Pass. Today's game brought to you by Dr. Lanson Randall, open and accepting new patients. Call them at 541-378-6694. Also by Chuck Swarm and Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you?
For the Indians,
1 run on 2 hits for Grants Pass so far. Roseburg, no runs, no hits so far through an inning. Bottom of the second, it'll be Garrett Zymet, Knox Hubbard, and Garrett Schultz against Andrew Ide, the starting pitcher for the Cavemen. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Joey Keyran here with you. Again, it is a bit of a gray day. The clouds have been parting every so often for a little bit of sunshine, but it actually does look as if it's sprinkling just a little bit on the field at the moment. That'll be one of the benefits of the newly turfed Champion Car Wash Field. The ground ball chopper foul down the third base side for Zymet. Evens up his count at a ball and a strike. It's one of those fine rains that a little bit difficult to notice. But I do believe that is the case here in Roseburg at the moment. Nobody sitting in the areas that are, there are a few people in the areas that are uncovered. As a swing and a miss for Zymet for strike 2. So a couple umbrellas are out. That confirms my suspicions that it is a bit of a sprinkle going on at the moment. But artificial turf, they'll play through. The 1-2 to Zymet. He sits on the breaking ball, stays alive. Artificial turf here on the newly turfed Champion Car Wash Field. So the surface, the playing surface, will definitely hold up, although might get a little bit slick. Then it's just a matter of the conditions for the players, whether it's easy to grip the baseball or see through the rain. And right now it's definitely not that bad out there with a little bit of a light drizzle. Pitch in the dirt to even up the count for Garrett Zimet. 2 balls, 2 strikes for him. Do have the Roseburg and Grants Pass softball teams squaring off out beyond the left field fence, so we'll keep an eye on that. They're in the top of the second inning over there, and it looks like Grants Pass has taken a 1-0 lead in the softball game as well. Scoring in the second inning, I would imagine. It was a 0-0 game to start out that inning, as it looks like Roseburg gets through it and heading into their dugout. Down 1-0 going to the bottom of the second of the softball game. Back here in the baseball game, 2-2 pitch fouled off by Zimet, stays alive after a visit to the mound for the catcher, Troy Osborne. The catcher, the son of one of the assistant coaches on this roster for Grants Pass, Travis Osborne there in the dugout. It's a breaking ball, scoots in and bounces away from Osborne. Makes it a full count for Zimet. The assistant coach, Travis Osborne, a former head coach of himself out at Hidden Valley, coaching them to a state championship. Full count pitch here for Ide. It's a off the end of the barrel. Tauper back to the mound. Ide will field. He throws to first. It goes off the glove for Vineyard to throw a little bit high. Vineyard stretching to get to it, and it goes right off the end of his glove. An error on Grants Pass will get Garrett Zimet on base. A dribbler back to the mound. 1 on. And nobody out so far here in the bottom of the second as Roseburg tries to get back into it, trailing 1-0.
Batter number 4, the catcher knocks
The catcher knocks Hubbard. There's a pickoff throw to first, back in safely. It is Zimet running for himself. No courtesy runner for the pitcher. Zimet with good speed. Squaring to bunt will be Hubbard, looking to move the runner around. He'll pop it up in the air. Zimet read it. He'll get back to first in time. So F1 for Hubbard. Can't execute the sacrifice bunt, but nice job picking up the ball off the bat for Zimet. And he was able to get back to first on the sacrifice bunt attempt. 1 out. Garrett Schultz will bat, the left fielder. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Sun poking through some of the clouds back behind us. I think we still have a little bit of a drizzle coming down, though. But it is brightening things up at the ballpark. The 0-1, Schultz underneath it, high in the air on the infield. Calling for it is Calabro. The second baseman will make the catch as he stumbles after bringing it in. 2 down for Roseburg here in the second. Carson Dunn, the 8-hitter, steps in with 2 down and 1 on. So far for Roseburg,
number 1, Carson Dunn.
They have committed 5 outs in this game. 4 of them have been on pop fly balls. And that has definitely been something of a focus for the coaching staff, as a pitch low for Dunn, a 1-0 count. That was mentioned in the doubleheader series against North Medford last Saturday, that they'd like to see a few less balls in the air. The 1-0 to Dunn. Got jammed, forces it off first base side, knocked it down. Vineyard will make the play. Knocked it down, kept the ball in front of him, and he takes it himself to first base. Roseburg gets a runner on with an error, but they can't capitalize. No runs, no hits. 1 Grants Pass error. 1 man left on base. Through 2 innings of play, it is a 1-0 lead. Grants Pass from Champion Car Wash Field. This is Roseburg Baseball on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy 1 signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy 1 signature service oil change with Pennzoil, get 1 free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Back here at Champion Car Wash Field, where Roseburg is taking on Grants Pass. The Cavemen leading 1-0 through 2 innings so far. Joey Keyran here with you. Today's game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit them at barnesheatingandcooling.com. Top of the third inning will bring up the 8-9-1 hitters for Grants Pass as the rain turning less from a drizzle, more into a consistent fine rain, I should say. It's definitely looking a little wetter out there. It's coming down pretty good, as it's quickly an 0-2 count here for Logan Vineyard leading things off. So getting a little wet out there. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Goes down on 3 straight pitches does Logan Vineyard. Second strikeout of the game for Garrett Zimet. 1 away, and the 9-hitter Caden Cartwright will bat. Watching the softball game over there on whether or not they're going to bring everybody in, but it does look like they're still playing. Tie ball game going to the third in the softball game over there between Roseburg and Grants Pass, 1-1. Here in our game, 1-0 count for Caden Cartwright. He takes a strike on the outside corner, evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball, left side, gets under the glove of Takahashi. The shortstop, Dawson Gillespie, will actually cut it off deep in the outfield grass. But he had no chance of making a play. That'll be a single for Cartwright. Third hit of the game for Grants Pass against Garrett Zimet.
Next batter, number 10, Jet Hood.
1 on with 1 out. Back to the top of the lineup here for the Cavemen. Jed Hood will bat. He had a double down the left field line to start out the game. He swings and misses out at first base. Dancing around out there was Caden Cartwright as the pitch was going home. So watch Cartwright here, maybe trying to go to second base. A 1-0 pitch. He is running. The pitch in the dirt. Hubbard couldn't field it cleanly. Picked the right pitch to go on, did Cartwright. Steals second. Gets a man in scoring position with 1 away. Eliminates that double play option. 1-1 count for Hood. On his third pitch of the ball game, Hood ripped one down the left field line all the way to the fence, sending Garrett Schultz running to get to it. That was before we got back from our commercial break to start the game. So already a big knock in this game for Jet Hood. Dangerous guy to have at the plate here with the man in scoring position. 2 balls and a strike. Roseburg trailing 1-0, top of the third, in a bit of a jam here with 1 out. Off speed, got him to go around on it, tried to hold up, but Hood could not. 2-2 count with 1 away. Top of the third inning. Zimet delivers high, goes all the way to the backstop, and up to third base will go Cartwright. That one hit off the backstop and went all the way out to Zimet on the mound. That one got a good ricochet. Full count now for Hood. The rain has let up a little bit, but I can imagine you might have a few wet baseballs. It's ball 4 taken high and away. And I think in that spot you don't really want to give Jed Hood an opportunity to give him anything too great to hit. And a visit out to the mound now with runners on the corners and 1 out. Pitching coach Richie Charles will head on out there. Roseburg baseball today brought to you by Current Orthodontics. A healthy, attractive smile means confidence inside and out. Call Dr. Peterson at 541-672-5721. And by Tim's Appliance at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg. 0% financing is always available. And thanks to Flyaway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans, now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg, or give them a call at 672-5701. Grants Pass has made travel plans up here to Roseburg today, looking to try and get back on track after their 14-0 loss against South Medford this week. Grants Pass was no hit in that 5-inning loss. So far today, they're up to 3 here against Roseburg. One out with runners on the corners. Garrett Zimon's first pitch, ground ball. Sebastian Watson goes to second for one. The relay to first, not in time. A run will score. Roseburg gets Grants Pass gets a run, and Roseburg gets one out. Cartwright will score on the fielder's choice for Osborne. Hood out at second. On the play by Watson. Ball just took a little while to travel through the infield to get to the second baseman. So 2 away with the man at first, and the 3-hitter Andrew Ide will bat. He fouls one to the netting for strike 1. Troy Osborne at first. Catcher, double check on that. The 0-1 pitch here for Zimet. Pitch high, throw down to first, and the tag not going to be there in time. The runner faked as if he was going, or second-guessed it after he started to go. Out there running at first is Emmett Allen for Grants Pass. So courtesy runner for the catcher. Another one misses. 2 balls, 1 strike for Garrett Zimet, trying to get through this 3rd inning. He's given up 2 runs on 3 hits. The 2-1 just outside for Andrew Ide. The pitcher now with a 2-run advantage on top of Roseburg. Finds himself ahead in this count. 3 balls, 1 strike. Swings through on the off speed. Changeup got him out in front. Full count here. The pitch from Zimet. The full count. Swung on and missed. Got him with the high heat. Ide will go down. 3rd strikeout victim in the game for Garrett Zimet, but Roseburg looking to try and catch up. They trail 2-0 in that 3rd inning. 1 run in on 1 hit. No Roseburg errors. 1 man left on base to the bottom of the 3rd. On 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1498.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter, a college student,
a mother, and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Going to the bottom of the 3rd inning, it is a 2-0 lead for Grants Pass as we welcome you back to today's contest. 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error for Grants Pass so far. And for Roseburg, no runs, no hits, no errors here through 2.5. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters coming up. Logan Klopfenstein leading things off for Roseburg. As we welcome you into today's broadcast here on the radio. You can also watch today's game streaming live for free online at 541radio.com. Thanks to sponsorship from Renco General Contractors. Build your success with Renco. Klopfenstein will dig in. Haven't had a chance to really look at any numbers so far for you here today, but Klopfenstein leading things off in the third. Squaring to bunt. He'll take high for ball one. This season, Klopfenstein hitting .286 for Roseburg. One extra base hit, one RBI for him. He leads things off in the third for Roseburg, trailing 2-0. Swing and a miss. Klopfenstein finds himself with a 1-1 count. Gets underneath the 1-1 pitch, back into the netting. A ball and 2 strikes, leading things off here in the third against Andrew Ide, still out there pitching. It seems, if my eyes aren't deceiving me too much, I think the rains have subsided a bit for now. The 1-2 in the dirt to even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes against Klopfenstein. Looks like a score has changed over on the softball game here. In the top of the third, Grants pass in with a couple of runs, leading at 3-1 against Roseburg in that softball game at the moment. The 2-2 is outside. The count will go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count pitch. He is low for ball 4. So leadoff runner on. Leadoff runner on for Roseburg. That is the second walk issued by Andrew Ide. Roseburg's had a man on base in every inning so far, but have not been able to get him past first. For a second time, they'll have a runner on with nobody out. Top of the lineup here, Austin Takahashi. He'll square to bunt, trying to move the runner over. It's down the first base side. Picked up, and a race to the bag. I don't know why Andrew Ide didn't just try to reach out and tag Takahashi. He tried to beat him with a foot race, and he doesn't win. That'll be a base knock for Takahashi. A single down that first base line. Klopfenstein will move to second. Runners at first and second with nobody out for Roseburg. Takahashi beating out Ide on the foot race. And Roseburg has their first hit of the ball game. Squaring to bunt now is Watson, and that'll draw in the infield. He takes outside for ball 1. Andrew Ide is a senior. Now, granted, you expect your seniors to be veteran and know all the aspects of the game usually, but these seniors are younger than most seniors. There's a pitch in the dirt from Ide. Squaring to bunt was Watson, showing early and appearing to get into the head of Andrew Ide. Seniors this year for baseball, softball, for all these spring sport activities, they were all sophomores the last time a season happened. So the amazing thing there. A bunt, third base side. Grant's pass, not going to play it right defensively, and the bases are loaded. And that really is one of the hardest defensive positions that a team can get into, with runners at first and second, and a batter, nobody, less than one out, or one out, less than 2 outs, let's say, and a guy trying to bunt at the plate. If you put it down third base side, does a third baseman charge in, leaving the bag open? Does a pitcher take it? You really need to know your positioning on all of that. Otherwise, the team can take advantage, and that's what Roseburg has done. Bases loaded with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. First pitch from Ide is in the dirt. Heart of the lineup coming up here as Dawson Gillespie will bat. He took a walk in the first inning. A 1-0 count for Gillespie. Takes low again, and Ide finding himself struggling to hit the zone here. I think the reins have started to let loose a little bit again here. The 2-0 pitch from Ide. Bases loaded with nobody out, and it's in for a strike. At the plate. Got to imagine that Gillespie, very patient with the way that Ide has struggled to hit the strike zone here in this third inning. The 2-1 is outside. At third base is Logan Klopfenstein. At second, Takahashi. It was a walk to lead things off. Takahashi laid down a bunt down the first base side for a hit. Then Sebastian Watson, he's on at first after laying down a bunt third base side for a hit. The 3-1 pitch to Gillespie. Misses for ball 4, and Roseburg will get a run. An RBI for Gillespie. Third walk of the game for Ide. Klopfenstein will score. Takahashi to third. Watson to second. Gillespie on at first. 2-1 the ball game. Bottom of the third. Roseburg gets back the run they gave up in the top of the third inning. Dominic Titone, the lefty, will bat, taking strike 1 on the first pitch. Light drizzle coming down again here in Roseburg. It's going to be like that off and on, it seems like. The 0-1, Titone pulls it towards second. Nobody out. They'll try to get 2. The flip to second for 1. The throw to first for 2. A run will score. As Roseburg will tie up the ball game on the ground into a double play for Titone. Calabro to Derler, back to Vineyard for the 4-6-3 double play.
Next batter, number 8,
Dawson Gillespie cut down at second. Scoring was Takahashi. A man still on at third is Sebastian Watson. 2 down. And a 1-0 count for Garrett Zimet, looking to try and help himself out and see if he can put Roseburg in front. Tie ball game, 2-2 here in the bottom of the third. Low for the 2-0 count now for Zimet, who reached on an error in the second inning. An overthrow by the pitcher, Andrew Ide. Ide not credited with an error here in this third inning, but you got to wonder how much the misplay on Austin Takahashi's bunt he is kicking himself about as the ball bounces in, gets away, late break to the plate, and scoring for Roseburg will be Watson. Initially started back to third, then noticed the ball got a little further away from the catcher, Troy Osborne, and Watson comes in to score on the wild pitch, and Roseburg will take a 3-2 lead in the bottom of the third. It's a 3-0 count at the plate for Garrett Zimet. Strike taken on the 3-0 at the knees, inside corner. So Roseburg battles their way back, putting a crooked number on the board here in the bottom of the third to take a 1-run lead at the moment. Ide's 3-1 inside for ball 4. That is the third walk he's issued here in the third inning. No action up in either bullpen. Zimet out to first, no runner for him. And the catcher, Knox Hubbard, will bat. Roseburg trying to keep the third inning going. Knox Hubbard 0 for 1 in the game. Popped out back to the pitcher on a bunt attempt in the second inning. He'll be swinging away here with 2 outs and 1 on. Pitch in the dirt. Zimet does not try to test the arm of Troy Osborne behind the plate. Osborne knocking that ball down towards first base. Tracking it quickly. Andrew Ide on the mound, the righty trying to get through this third inning. It has been a tough one for him. He's now facing his 7th batter in the frame. Faced 4 batters in each of the first and second innings. And now he's gotten up to 7 here, and that's going to prompt a visit out to the mound for Grants Pass. Roseburg Baseball brought to you by The Smile Station, your destination for aesthetically crafted smiles. And by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. And also by Good Vibrations, solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Yesterday here at this ballpark, Umpqua Community College baseball was in action. Head coach Jeremiah Robbins and his Riverhawks sweeping Clackamas. Game 1, they won 6-0. Former Roseburg Indian Jay Stoffel, on the mound. He pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, didn't give up a run. So, struck out 5 and walked 1 in that victory. Game 2, the Riverhawks winning 6-1 here at Champion Car Wash Field yesterday. 2-0 pitch to Hubbard is in for a strike after a meeting on the mound. Andrew Ide thrown across the plate. 2-1 delivery. Zymet running as a pitch. Outside, no throw from Osborne. In safely will go Zymet with the stolen base. And it's a 3-1 count for Hubbard. That pitch missing outside to the lefty. This baseball field getting a lot of use. You've got UCC on it, Roseburg on it, UVC playing games. They had a doubleheader last night against Riddle as well. It's ball 4 taken outside. Put runners at first and second. Hubbard getting on for the first time, drawing the 5th walk for Andrew Ide. Courtesy runner will come in. Jordan White running at first. Roseburg baseball for you here today on the score. Garrett Schultz at the plate with 2 out and runners on first and second. Takes the first pitch for strike 1. Hyde checking second. Zymet out there. The shortstop covering and a throw back to the bag. Zymet read it. Got back well ahead of the toss. Jordan White again running at first for Knox Hubbard, the courtesy runner being utilized for the catcher. The 0-1 underneath it for Schultz. In the air, and he's going to possibly pop up on the infield for a second time. Catching this one is the first baseman, Logan Vineyard, underneath it to finish off the bottom of the 3rd. So Roseburg gets 3 runs across here in the 3rd inning on 2 hits, both of them infield bunt singles. There were no errors for Grants Pass, and 2 men left on base for Roseburg. 3-2 our scores. We head to the top of the 4th inning. This is Roseburg Baseball on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Current Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, hey, where did you get that great smile? And for you to be able to say, at Current Orthodontics.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Going to the top of the 4th inning. Roseburg, after a 3-run 3rd, taking a 3-2 lead, and Garrett Zymet now with an advantage to work with. On the mound for his 4th inning of work. Fired in a breaking ball low and inside to the left-handed hitting Dante Haven. Haven will take a strike. 1-1 count for the cleanup hitter for Grants Pass. He's 0 for 1 in the game as he swings through for strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes to Grants Pass leadoff man here in the 3rd. A swing and a miss again. Knox Hubbard will fire down to first for the out. 1 down on the strikeout. That's the fourth of the game for Garrett Zyman as we welcome you back here to Champion Car Wash Field for Game 1 of today's doubleheader. Grants Pass with a run in the first and in the third, but Roseburg with 3 in the bottom of the third, taking the 3-2 lead. Zyman's breaking ball misses low for ball 1 against Ashton Durler, the starting shortstop. Nice crowd coming out and populating the stands for us here today for this doubleheader on a Saturday in the Umpqua Basin. Foul back on a pitch upstairs there to Durler. Roseburg hasn't been at home for their last couple of games. Played 2 at North Medford a week ago. Played 1 at South Medford on Tuesday. So 3 games on the road since their season opening doubleheader against Crater on a Tuesday a week and a half ago. 2 balls, 1 strike for Zyman as he fires in a fastball at the knees for a called strike. Zyman so far has allowed 3 hits. He has walked 1, struck out 4. Ball chopper towards first. Evan Corbin waves off. Zyman will take it himself. 2 down.
Next batter, number 15, Tahalo Johnson.
Zyman, this is his first start of the season for Garrett Zyman this year. He has come in relief in a couple of appearances, but getting his first start. Out of his windup for Tahalo Johnson is fouled back for strike 1. Johnson striking out back in the second inning. Garrett Zyman, the lone senior we've seen in the lineup for Roseburg so far. Troy Jones, I believe, has been dealing with some, I think he was sick last week when they were down at North Medford, I believe it was. So hoping he'll get a chance to play as he finishes up his career with Roseburg. Strike on a breaking ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Johnson. Third baseman for Grants Pass. Tahalo Johnson, a junior. Utility guy he's listed as. The 1-2 goes after a pitch upstairs and fouls it off to stay alive. Zyman trying to get a 1-2-3 frame here. Strikeout, ground out, and the 1-2 is going to be behind the head of the hitter for a 2-2 count. Two balls, 2 strikes with 2 down here in the top of the 4th. Ground ball up the middle. Nice bounder out to Gillespie. Throw a little high, but no problem for Corbin at first. 6-3, your put out. And a 1-2-3 frame for Grants Pass in the top of the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. To the bottom of the 4th we go. Midway through this Game 1 contest, 7 innings for us here today. It's Roseburg on top 3-2 on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
General Contractors, formerly known as Ari Noah, are the experts in industrial and commercial construction. With over 50 years of combined experience, Renco General Contractors is Douglas County's building leader when it comes to commercial construction. From turnkey construction from the ground up, tenant improvements to seismic upgrades, Renco is an authorized metal building dealer dedicated to providing our community the highest quality structures. They also specialize in steel fabrication and welding. Call Renco today. There's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Bottom of the 4th inning, Roseburg on top, 3-2. Today's ball game is brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning. Get 0% financing for 72 months on approved credit now at Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning. And by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Leading things off for Roseburg in the 4th will be Carson Dunn, the only guy that didn't come to the plate in the 3rd inning for the Tribe. When Roseburg scored 3 runs on 2 hits. 2 runs, 3 hits for Grants Pass 3 runs, 2 hits for Roseburg. Scoring to bunt, Dunn will chop one right in front of the plate, taken by Osborne. The catcher throws to first just in time to get Dunn. 2-3 the put out. Didn't necessarily catch the defense too much off guard there. They were crashing in quickly, and that one just bunted right in front of home. Bouncing off of the rather bouncy artificial turf here at Champion Car Wash Field, and it was a real easy field there for Osborne behind the plate. First pitch swinging for Logan Klopfenstein, and he sends it right back through the box. Line drive shot to center field, on base for a second time for Logan Klopfenstein. Walked in the third and gets a base knock here in the fourth. That is going to be your first hit of the game for Roseburg that wasn't an infield bunt single. That's the first one they really squared up here today. Pickoff throw to first. A nice move there by Ide, catching Klopfenstein out there. A little bit leaning the wrong direction, but he gets back in safely. Another throw over there. Back in will go Klopfenstein. No pitches yet to the leadoff man, Austin Takahashi. Finally, they throw to him, and he'll foul it off as Klopfenstein was running on the pitch to the plate. They had the right idea, thinking that he could be taking off. Don't forget, we are streaming today's game online at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. Thanks to sponsorship from Renco General Contractors, who specialize in industrial and commercial construction. So whether you're building from scratch or maybe it's time to expand or remodel your current building, at Renco, there's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco. The 0-1 to Takahashi, fouled off again. Takahashi on the day is 1 for 2. Had the bunt single down the first base line in the third. A play that it seemed like Andrew Ide could have just reached out and tagged the runner. Instead, tried to beat him to first base, and Takahashi won the foot race. The 0-2 pitch to him. Sends that out towards left field. That's got a chance. If it's fair, it's fair. Takes one hop. Jet Hood gets there quickly. He will make a spectacular defensive effort on that one, tracking that ball down quickly. That could have been trouble if he was not able to get to the line faster. That ball tailing away from the left fielder into foul territory just lands inside the foul line down there. And if Hood does not use his speed as well as playing that one smartly, that could have rattled around out there and been extra bases. But Takahashi limited to a single. With one out, squaring to bunt, Sebastian Watson will foul it off, bringing in the first baseman. Roseburg trying to put the screws to this Grants Pass defense for a second straight inning. This is the same situation they had in the third, although they do have one out. With runners at first and second, Roseburg trying to see if they can play the bunt defense appropriately. Down third base side, fielded by Ide. He'll throw to first. The second baseman there covering, Calabro, will field it. And the sack bump by Watson does move the runners up, but Grants Pass plays it better this time around, and they will at least get an out of it. 2 down. Runners at second and third for Roseburg.
Next batter, number 9, Dawson Gillespie.
Ide fielding that one and quickly able to get a throw over to Calabro covering at first base. 1-4 on that putout for those scoring at home. Dawson Gillespie batting. He takes low and outside for ball 1. Gillespie has been a feared hitter for Andrew Ide. Ide has walked him twice, and he has not messed around a whole lot. Walked him on 4 straight pitches in the first and on 5 pitches in the third. He misses inside for a 2-0 count. So Gillespie has not had a lot to really see to hit here. Ide working out of his stretch. 2 down in the bottom of the fourth with runners in scoring position and in the dirt for ball 3. (3-0) count. At second base is Takahashi. At first is Klopfenstein. Good speed on the bases. Need a base hit to bring in a run or an error, and a ball 4 will be issued to load him up. That is 3 walks in the game for Roseburg's 3-hitter, Dawson Gillespie. They have not wanted to give him anything to hit.
Next batter, number 3.
Dominic Tatone will dig in next for Roseburg. 0 for 2 in the game. Drove in a run on a ground ball double play in his last at-bat in the third. Tries to get a base hit here. Takes on the inside corner for strike 1. Sun poking out. Blue sky overhead, actually, here at the moment. The 0-1 coming up for Ide. Bases loaded. Tatone takes on the outside corner for strike 2. That one tailing away from the left-handed hitter. It's a 3-2 ball game. Roseburg trying to really open it up, but they're trying to do it with 2 outs here in the 4th. The 0-2 to Tatone, swing and a miss for strike 3. Big strikeout there for Andrew Ide. It is his second of the ball game, and it gets him out of a jam with the bases loaded here in the 4th. Roseburg unable to do anything. No runs on 2 hits. There were no errors for Grants Pass and 3 men left on base. To the 5th inning we go. Roseburg leading 3-2 on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Top of the 5th inning. Roseburg leading Grants Pass 3-2. Roseburg trying to get a second consecutive, well, make it a third consecutive win for Roseburg if they can pull off the comeback victory here in Game 1 of this doubleheader. It's Gabe Calabro to lead things off against Garrett Ziman, who fires in a first pitch, strike 1. Roseburg Baseball today is also brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Breaking ball missing inside for a 1-1 count. I want to say thanks to Dr. Lance and Randall, open and accepting new patients. Call them at 541-378-6694. There's a strike taken for Calabro, gives him a 1-2 count. Calabro 0 for 1 in this ball game. A fly ball out to right field, finishing out the second inning. Leading things off here in the 5th. Check swing. Oh, the umpire says he will go around for strike 3. Calabro didn't believe the call at first, but he will get called out on strikes there.
Next batter, number 19, Logan Vineyard.
1 down. Got some college baseball coming up this afternoon as the first pitch, strike to the lefty Logan Vineyard. The 0-1 for Vineyard. Inside, 1-1 count. Logan Vineyard, a strikeout back in the 3rd inning. 0 for 1 today. Oregon State baseball going to be coming up here right at the top of the hour. Swinging through for strike 2. Vineyard finds himself in a 1-2 hole. Oregon State taking on UC Irvine this afternoon. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Vineyard. He goes down, chasing outside the zone. His second punch out of the game. 6 now total for Garrett Ziman in the contest against Grants Pass. Caden Wright will bat.
Number 1, Caden Cartwright.
Caden Cartwright is 1 for 1. He had a single to left field in the 3rd. the 9-hitter. Strike on the outside corner. OSU winning 7-5 yesterday over UC Irvine. We won't have the game on the radio, obviously, with Roseburg baseball on here today. Breaking ball, sat on it, took it opposite field, but it goes right to Sebastian Watson, who's there to make the play. 4-3 the putout. Cartwright goes down. It's another 1-2-3 frame for Zymet as he continues to pick up some steam going through this contest. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Still 3-2 Roseburg in front here on the Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Top of the 5th inning here from Champion Car Wash Field. Roseburg leading 3-2. Today's game brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Still Andrew Ide out there working for Grants Pass on the mound. The righty has given up 4 hits so far and 3 runs. He has walked 5. Make it 6 walks in the game for Ide so far. That has really been the Achilles heel for him, giving those free passes to Roseburg. It is Garrett Zymet leading things off. First pitch, slow chopper towards left side. Johnson fields, throws to first. His throw will get away. Zymet will stay at first. No, the ball now gets away off the fence. Caden Cartwright will have to trace it down into the bullpen, and into second base will go Zymet. We're going to hit and an error. So we've got a hit and then a throwing error to get Zymet on at second. Starting off the bottom of the 5th here. So Zymet, a single to Hollow Johnson's throw to first. Might have been, there's a good chance that ball would have been late.
Batter number 4, Knox Hubbard.
And it definitely was off target. Getting away, it looked like Cartwright in right field backed that play up nicely. Zymet wasn't going to go to second at first, and then it kicked off the fence and got away from Cartwright as Knox Hubbard gets underneath one out towards right field. Cartwright drifting back. He'll catch it. Tagging and heading for third will go Zymet, and no throw going to third base. Hubbard with the fly ball out to right field will advance the runner 90 feet. 1 down. And a man in scoring position as Roseburg tries to add a little insurance here. Garrett Schultz will bat 0 for 2, and
Number 16, Troy Jones.
It'll be Troy Jones, and the senior will get a chance to come in and hit. I thought I saw him in the dugout for Roseburg today, but still learning a lot of faces for this Roseburg team. It's been a while since I've seen some of them as well. There's a pitch in the dirt for ball 1. So Troy Jones getting his first at-bat of the season. And that's I'm happy to see that for the young man. Senior season, you want to see these guys getting their opportunities. I think I said 2 seniors. I believe 3 seniors is what I meant to say earlier. Mixing with Jones not there throughout the last couple of games. I think I was counting him and Zymet and Riley Straw as the 2 and forgot that there are actually 3 on the roster. So my apologies there. The 1-1. Troy gets underneath it. That one popped back foul for strike 2. Jones and Zymet are really the only 2 seniors that had varsity experience coming into this season. Jones was the opening day starter as a DH for Roseburg his sophomore season back in 2019. So good to see him getting a chance to get in the lineup here. The 1-2 takes a breaking ball from Ide in the dirt. The ball trickled back behind Osborne, but at third base, Zimet does not try to take home. One down. Zimet after a leadoff single and then an error moving him to second. Then a fly ball out to right field. He tagged and got to third. Infield is playing in. The 2-2 pitch to Jones is outside. Full count now for pinch hitter Troy Jones, and we'll see if Jones stays in the game defensively. There is somebody thrown in the bullpen for Roseburg. Full count pitch coming up. Jones gets underneath this one, out towards the power alley. That's going to land. Base knock for Troy Jones. He's headed for second. Scoring easily will be Zimet. And they hold up Jones out at second with an RBI double. The senior cashes in his first at-bat of the year to give Roseburg some insurance. A little cushion there. Up to 4-2 now. Roseburg in front. One out and one on for Carson Dunn coming up to the plate next. Jones will head to the bench. A courtesy runner back in for him. Schultz will check back into the game. So a pinch hit opportunity for Troy Jones. And Jones will head back to the bench, getting plenty of applause in his clutch hit there. Carson Dunn batting, one out. Man at second base is Schultz. Back into the game. He'll substitute back in the same position, so he should go back out there defensively. Swing and a miss for Carson Dunn on the first pitch. Austin Takahashi warming up in the bullpen for Roseburg right now. The 0-1 from Ide. Out in front, pulled it around to left field, high in the air. The left fielder will come in. Hood underneath it for the out. 2 down. Schultz will stay out at second. I haven't noticed any action in the bullpen for Grants Pass. I did look out there once as a player was running back from that direction, and I thought maybe somebody had been, but I couldn't give you any more details than that, unfortunately. The 0-1 delivery. And Klopfenstein will pop this one up on the infield. Fighting the sun. Catch made by Vineyard for the final out. That's midday sun with the white clouds and the blue sky overhead. Can be a little difficult, but Grants Pass able to navigate it on that one. 1 run comes in on 2 hits for Roseburg. 1 error for Grants Pass. 1 man left on base. To the top of the 6th we go. It's a 4-2 lead. Roseburg in front of Grants Pass. Here on 541radio.com and on the Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Top of the 6th inning, Garrett Zimet still throwing for Roseburg. And he'll miss low and outside with the first pitch to the leadoff man, Jed Hood, starting off the 6th inning for Grants Pass. Roseburg leading 4-2. Ground ball left side for Hood will get through between short and third. Second hit of the ball game for Jed Hood. He's now 2 for 2 with a walk in there. It does have a run scored. And Grants Pass needing some offense to catch up here. They get the leadoff man that they need. 1 on, nobody out. Troy Osborne will bat. Roseburg baseball brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling. Runner going, hit and run on, charging in and unable to field it cleanly. Sebastian Watson really having to charge hard to get to that one. Can't make the play cleanly, and on base will go Osborne. We're going to say a hit on that one? That's what I was kind of thinking too. Tough play there to charge and make a bang-bang play on that one. Infield single for Osborne.
14, Andrew Hyde.
We got plenty of scorekeepers in the booth here today, so I got people to rely on to make these judgment calls. Back-to-back singles to start off, and now a ball ripped out towards left field. That one's got some carry to it, and it's gone! Home run for Andrew Ide will clear the bases and give Grants Pass the lead. A 3-run shot out to left field. 5-4 your score. And this one changed in a hurry. Roseburg feeling good about themselves, up by 2 at 4-2. Single, and then a home run for Grants Pass. And this game has suddenly a different feel to it. That ball leaving the yard out beyond the 320 sign in left field. Whew, frantic pace here to start out the 6th inning. First pitch low for ball 1 to the cleanup man, Dante Haven, hitting with the bases empty. Garrett Ziman doesn't take a lot of time in between pitches, so he was up there just firing in. And at the plate, Grants Pass with the top of their lineup, they were wasting no time swinging at pitches. And Andrew Ide with the big one, a line drive low hit out over the left field fence for a 3-run shot. And at the plate, it's a 3-0 count now for Dante Haven. That ball just had some carry to it, getting out over that left field fence. Strike across on the 3-0 for Haven, who is 0 for 2 in the game. Well, that all changed in a hurry. Ball 4 issued high and inside. One on, nobody out. A visit out to the mound for catcher Knox Hubbard. Again, Takahashi, the starting third baseman, was warming up in the bullpen that last half inning. Ashton Durler will bat with 1 on and nobody out. Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. You can visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or give them a call at 541-459-1545. Runner going, the pitch and throw down to second. Not quite in time. Haven, who's got good speed, will steal second. Man in scoring position with an 0-1 count. And time called out to have a conversation is Coach Troy Thompson, so he's looking at something possibly might be arguing maybe a hitter's interference on the throw down to second. Coach Thompson making a case, but not overturning anything that has happened on the field. So we will resume play. 5-4 your score. Grants Pass now in front of Roseburg. The 0-1 swung on, foul ball, strike 2. Garrett Ziman trying to work through here in this 6th inning. Grants Pass battling their way back in. We got a ball game here. Pitch in, bounces off the face mask for Hubbard. He'll get to the ball, but not in time as Haven up to third on the wild pitch. That one into the turf, up and off the face mask of the catcher. Wild pitch puts a runner at third. Already 3 runs in here in the top of the 6th. Grants Pass on top. The 1-2 delivery is outside for a 2-2 count. The 0-2, the 2-2 bounces away. Runner coming in. And scoring will be Haven on the wild pitch. 4 runs in for Grants Pass. And Garrett Ziman out there struggling to find the strike zone consistently. And those breaking balls in the dirt having some issues for Hubbard. And ball 4 issued. Another walk, back-to-back walks issued by Zimet. And that's going to prompt a visit out to the mound for Richie Charles, the assistant coach for Roseburg. 3 walks total in the ball game for Garrett Zimet, as he will hand over the baseball and taking over for Roseburg, a new man on the mound. We've got a call to the pen for Roseburg. Giving up the lead here in the top of the 6th. Garrett Zimet will exit on the hook for the loss now at the moment. And a new man will inherit a man at first with nobody out. When we come back after a quick 60-second break here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Current Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, hey, where did you get that great smile? And for you to be able to say, at Current Orthodontics.
Buy one, get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The Signature Service Oil Change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one Signature Service Oil Change with Pennzoil, get one free, now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
It'll be right-hander Austin Takahashi taking over on the mound for Garrett Zimet, who goes 5 innings, gave up 6 hits. Right now he'll be credited with 6 runs. And he walked 3 and struck out 6 in his time on the mound. There is a runner on base that would go to his total if he came around to score. That is Ashton Durler at first. So could go up to 7 if Durler comes in to score. Takahashi taking over will face Tahalo Johnson. New man at third base will be Jordan White. Carson Dunn will come out of the game as Zimet goes in to right field. First pitch, bunting, that one up and into the netting behind home for Johnson. Austin Takahashi taking over after this call to the pen. Takahashi, the sophomore, left-handed batter but right-handed thrower. Runner going, the throw low into the plate, the throw out to second, not going to be in time, high and away from the bag. Stolen base for Durler. At the plate, a 1-1 count for Johnson, who is 0 for 2 in the contest. Takahashi has thrown 6 innings so far this season. He's made 2 starts, has not collected a win or a loss. Scoring to bunt, Johnson will take a breaking ball outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Takahashi has allowed 6 hits, 5 runs, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts, 1 hit batter in his time on the mound. Ground ball towards short. Gillespie there for it. His only play is over to Corbin at first. They'll retire the runner there. Up to third base goes Durler. 1 down. Roseburg getting their first out, but a man at third with just the 1 out for Grants Pass. Gabe Calabro will stand in. He's 0 for 2. Roseburg could use a punch out here in a significant way. The first pitch from Takahashi is high and away. Checking in on that softball game over there. They're in the 7th inning with Roseburg up 4-3. It's a pitch high for ball 2. Top of the 7th in that softball game. Roseburg on top 4-3, trying to get a win in game 1 of that doubleheader against Grants Pass. Takahashi misses in the dirt. 3-1 your count. The 3-0. Calabro will take high for ball 4. Takahashi issuing 4 straight pitches for the walk. Runners on the corners. So, mentioned before the at-bat, a strikeout there would have been really big for Roseburg's defensively. Instead, Takahashi issuing the walk, but a walk does give Roseburg the option at a double play ball here. New man stepping into bat for Grants Pass is going to be Kane Robinson, a sophomore, hitting for Logan Vineyard. First pitch in for a called strike to the pinch hitter. Robinson, a right-handed batter, taking over for the left-handed hitting Logan Vineyard, who was 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Robinson gets underneath it. This one high in the air on the infield. Gillespie waiting for that ball to come down, and that is big for Roseburg. Does not get out of the infield. So not a sac fly opportunity there for Robinson. Staying put, all the runners at first and second. Durler at third. Make it first and third. Durler at third and Calabro at first. So a run doesn't come in on the fly ball out. 2 down, and the 9-hitter Caden Cartwright will bat. Again, runners on the corners. First pitch fouled towards the Roseburg dugout on the third base side. Big 6th inning here for Grants Pass, scoring 4 runs so far. A 3-run homer by Andrew Ide, the difference right now in this big ball game. The 0-1 in the air out towards left center on the run. Schultz, that's over his head. He's going to chase it down to the wall. He was going the wrong direction. 1 run's in. A 2nd run will score. They're going for 3rd, and the throw not in time. A triple for Caden Cartwright. Cartwright drives in 2, finding the power alley out in left center. Durler scores. Calabro scored from first. And a man at third. 2 more runs in. 8-4 now, doubling up Roseburg. Grants Pass in front. First pitch, strike 1 against the leadoff man, Jed Hood, who's up for a second time here in the 6th. The 0-1 hits the outside corner. Four hits here in the 6th inning. A 3-run homer and a triple, a 2-run triple in there. Outside for Takahashi. So that'll put the book for Garrett Zimet to bed. 7 runs allowed in this game for him. The 1-2. It's in the dirt, right underneath Hubbard. Went through his glove, bounced off the umpire. Knocking it down there at the plate, holding the runner, Cartwright at third. Hood is 2 for 2 in this ball game with a double and a single. He has also walked. He's scored twice. Chops this one to third. Picked up there by White. His throw to first, scooped up by Evan Corbin to finish off things in the top of the 6th inning. Big one there. 10 hitters to the plate for Grants Pass. They score 6 runs in the 6th to take an 8-4 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
General Contractors, formerly known as Ari Noah, are the experts in industrial and commercial construction. With over 50 years of combined experience, Renco General Contractors is Douglas County's building leader when it comes to commercial construction. From turnkey construction from the ground up, tenant improvements to seismic upgrades, Renco is an authorized metal building dealer dedicated to providing our community the highest quality structures. They also specialize in steel fabrication and welding. Call Renco today. There's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Welcome you back here to Champion Car Wash Field in Roseburg, Oregon. Joey Keyran with you. Today's game brought to you by Current Orthodontics. A healthy, attractive smile means confidence inside and out. Call Dr. Peterson today at 541-672-5721. And by Tim's Appliance at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg. 0% financing always available. Over there on the softball diamond, looks like they're still in the top of the 7th inning there. Roseburg leading that game 4-3 with 2 outs for Grants Pass in that contest. So the Roseburg softball team closing in on a possible victory. Here in our game on the baseball diamond, a 6-run 6th inning for Grants Pass puts them on top 8-4 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still Andrew Ide out there pitching for the Cavemen. At the plate to lead things off will be leadoff man Austin Takahashi. Now the pitcher for Roseburg. It'll be Garrett Zyman's game to lose, but Takahashi, if the offense can get going, could come back and get his first win of the season. Ground ball towards short. In front of it, Durler from behind second base. He fires over to first base where Logan Vineyard is back in defensively. 1 down for Roseburg here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Number 2, Sebastian Watson.
So it was just a pinch hit opportunity there for Kane Robinson. Back in comes Logan Vineyard in the same spot. First pitch to Sebastian Watson is high for ball 1. So Andrew Ide with now a new lease on life for the Cavemen. Has a comfortable lead to work with. But that ball lifted out up to left field will just drift foul by about 8 feet down that left field line for Watson. Well struck out there, got around on that ball. Will end up just being a long strike for him, though. Elsewhere in the Southern Oregon Conference Regional League this year, North Medford at Ashland today for a doubleheader. Pitch outside, a 2-ball, 1-strike count. That's the only other game. Roseburg and South Medford tied at the top of the standings at 4-1. Grants Pass was 3-1 to start the day. North Medford 1-2. High for a 3-1 count here for Watson. You got Crater in the mix there from the 5A classification. They're at 3-5. Technically would be in 4th place right now. North Medford in 5th. Ashland at 1-2. And then Eagle Point at 1-5 at the bottom of the standings. There's a pitch outside for ball 4. Right now, Roseburg needs runners. That'll work there for Watson, getting on base for a second time. 1 for 2 today for him.
Dawson Gillespie.
Walk number 7 on the day for Andrew Ide. Nobody in the bullpen for Grants Pass at the moment. They continue to go with their starter, Ide, into the 6th inning with a 4-run lead. At the plate, Dawson Gillespie. He has walked in all 3 at-bats so far, and he takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. I think Roseburg softball might have just closed out a victory over there. There's a strike taken by Gillespie. Yeah, looks like that game, that top of the 7th looks to be done, which would mean I think the game is over. 1-1. Gillespie finally swinging at a pitch. He hasn't done much of that. Fouls it off, though. A ball and 2 strikes for him. 4-3, a victory for Roseburg softball in Game 1 against Grants Pass. A 1-2 pitch for Gillespie. Sat on a breaking ball. Soft liner picked up by the shortstop. Throw to first. Will not get there to get Watson to double him off. Just needed a little bit more zip behind that one for Gillespie. 2 down. Ashton Durler back behind second, just in front of shallow center field, picking off that soft liner. there had been a little bit more on it, that's a base knock for sure. Gillespie was out number 2, and now Titone will step in and take strike 1. Titone 0 for 3 in the ballgame, does have an RBI. Out at first base, Sebastian Watson had to put on the brakes and get back to first, and the throw taking Logan Vineyard off the bag by just a hair, and that's what gets Watson back in safely. Throw into the dirt, throw down to second. It's airmailed to the second baseman backing up the play. 1-1 count for Dominic Titone, and into second base will go Watson on the wild pitch. Titone trying to find his first base hit here in this game. DHing today for Roseburg on the inside of the left-handed batter's box and out at second base. The shortstop right on the bag holding on Sebastian Watson. That gets eyed to step off the rubber. A 1-1 pitch for Titone. Hits the inside corner for strike 2. Titone, defensive spin there. Trying to indicate that pitch a little bit more inside. Doesn't get that call. The 1-2 pitch with 2 down. Outside for ball 2. Stick around in our postgame show. We'll recap game 1 of our doubleheader and name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game for Roseburg. Which reminds me, I've got a whole bunch of player of the game certificates at the office that I left sitting right there. Swing and a miss on a big strike 2 cut. And down with the strikeout goes Titone. That is strikeout victim number 3 for Andrew Ide. And he gets himself through the 6th inning. No runs for Roseburg, no hits. There were no errors. 1 man left on base. We head to the 7th inning. Roseburg trailing 8-4. Grants Pass coming up to bat on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Grants Pass 3 in game.
Get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy 1 signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The Signature Service Oil Change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy 1 Signature Service Oil Change with Pennzoil, get 1 free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Top of the 7th inning here from Champion Car Wash Field on this Saturday afternoon. Today's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans at 672-5701. And by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. 0-1 count to start things off for the leadoff man for Grants Pass here in the 7th. That's Troy Osborne, the catcher, starting things off. Breaking ball outside from Austin Takahashi. Back on the mound for Roseburg here in the 7th inning after taking over in the 6th for Garrett Zyman. The 1-1. Takahashi getting the outside corner. Oregon State baseball underway against UC Irvine. They're in the bottom of the 1st in that game. UC Irvine, the home team, scoring 3 times to take a 3-2 lead on top of Oregon State. We'll keep you updated on that game. It's a ball fouled down the third base side for Troy Osborne. Stays alive at the plate with the 1-2 count. Normally we have Oregon State baseball for you here on the score, but with the Roseburg baseball game here today, we'll just keep you updated on score updates there. We'll also check in with Oregon baseball, getting ready to start here at 2 o'clock as they take on UCLA. Ball high in the air out towards right field. That one ripped out towards the power alley. Going to head all the way to the fence. Klopfenstein, the center fielder, will track it down. The runner heading for third. The relay throw will not make it to the infield. Second triple hit by Grants Pass here today. And that's the third hit of the game for Troy Osborne. Finding the power alley out there and right center.
Emmett Allen will come on the run at third.
We'll have a courtesy runner for the catcher. That is Emmett Allen. Nobody out. A man at third for Grants Pass, trying to extend their lead on top 8-4 at the moment. Takahashi spins one in to the dirt for ball one. Osborne with a single in the first. A fielder's choice in the third. They tried to turn two, couldn't get it in time. And that one for an RBI in the third inning. Had a single in the sixth, and now a triple here in the seventh. Not a bad day at the plate for the Grants Pass catcher. This Grants Pass team proving they can do some damage with the bat. 2-0 delivery here for Andrew Ide, who had the 3-run homer in the sixth inning. The 2-0 is fouled away for strike one. Ide is 1 for 3 on the day with 4 RBI. The 2-1 is fouled off out in front, chopping one into foul territory down the third base line. Evens up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Takahashi, the 2-2 out of his stretch. High and away. Count will go full. Roseburg playing with the infield in. Hoping to try and cut off a run at home if they get the opportunity to do so. The full count pitch from Takahashi. Got him to swing and miss. Ide goes down chasing something real outside of the zone. First strikeout for Takahashi. And it's the first out of the 7th inning. For a guy that had been doing pretty well at the plate, especially a 3-run homer, surprised to see Ide go chasing something that far outside the zone. 1 on, 1 out. And a timeout for Dante Haven to take off his necklace he was wearing. Out at third base is the courtesy runner, Emmett Allen, running for the the catcher, Troy Osborne, who led off this 7th inning with a triple. Takahashi's first pitch to the left-handed hitting Haven is outside for ball one. Dante Haven, not long ago, just earlier this week, found out he was the Defensive Player of the Year in football, and he'll hit a line drive shot back up the middle into center field to drive in a run. Comes through in a clutch hitting situation there for the baseball team. A single for him, his first hit in game one. That'll drive in Emmett Allen from third base, running for Troy Osborne. Tacks on another run for Grants Pass, 9-4 your score.
Next batter, number 3, Ashton Durler.
Haven on at first. Still 1 out, and the 5-hitter Ashton Durler batting 0 for 2 today with a walk and a run scored. First pitch, strike one, called as he tried to pull back on his swing, but called for a strike either way. Runner going, swing and a miss, throw to second. Not going to be there in time. Close, but not quite. Stolen base for Haven, his second of the game. 0-2 count at the plate for Durler, the shortstop. The 0-2. Strike 3 called. Got him looking. Froze him at the plate with the outside fastball. 2 down.
Next batter, number 15, Tahalo Johnson.
The third baseman, 6-hitter, Tahalo Johnson, 0 for 3 today. He digs in. He was the first batter to face Takahashi as he came on in relief. He'll take high for ball one. Takahashi got him to ground out to the shortstop in the 6th inning. 9-4 the score here in the top of the 7th. Takahashi misses low. That ball off the umpire again, and into third, though, will go Haven. Knox Hubbard. He's had some issues with those balls low. A number of them have gotten by him. That one there, a wild pitch again. Ball up in the air for Johnson on the infield. Watson calling for it, traveling all the way almost to second base, and I'm glad that he didn't have to go any further. The bag looked like it was going to be a tripping hazard for him, but Watson will make the catch just next to the second base bag to finish things off here in the top of the seventh. Grants Pass adds another run. One run on 2 hits. There are no Roseburg errors. 1 man left on base. To the bottom of the seventh we go. Roseburg work to do, trailing 9-4 on 541radio.com and on the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
To the bottom of the seventh we go. Roseburg trailing 9-4 against Grants Pass in game 1 of our doubleheader, which is brought to you by the Smile Station, your destination for aesthetically crafted smiles. And by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning, where you can get 0% financing for 72 months on approved credit. Also by Good Vibration Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Pitch low and outside for ball 1 to Garrett Zyment, leading things off now in right field for Roseburg. Taking on Andrew Ide yet again. 4th time to the plate for Roseburg against Ide, who's trying to go the distance against Roseburg here today. Gets a strike in for a 1-1 count. Grants Passes, I've never really seen anybody out there working to get ready to come in on a moment's notice for the Cavemen. Ide will get a foul ball chopper down the third base side out of Zyment. So they may be looking to ride him to the finish line here. Andrew Ide he struggled through the midway portion of this ball game, giving up a couple of hits in the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. Each inning, a couple of hits given up there. Roseburg putting on 4 runs, and that was it. Two count for Garrett Zyment. Breaking ball just missing inside. Ide's 2-2 is upstairs. The count goes full. So Roseburg will need 5 runs here to try and extend this game into extra innings, or 6 to try and win it in a walk-off. The 3-2 is bounced in for ball 1, and that is one way to get things started. Second walk issued to Garrett Zyment, on base for a 4th time in the ball game. He's reached twice by a walk, once on a single and once on an error. And that is the 8th walk in the game for Andrew Ide. And here comes Coach Zach Morgan out to the mound, who will take the baseball and will have a pitching change. They're going to move guys around on the infield, it looks like, for Grants Pass. With nobody out and 1 on, we've got a call to the pen. We'll come back with more of the 7th inning for you after this 60-second break. This is Roseburg Baseball on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Current Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, hey, where did you get that great smile? And for you to be able to say, at Current Orthodontics.
Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It's a Saturday afternoon. Game 1 of a doubleheader is just about to wrap up for Roseburg baseball. But we do have some defensive changes for Grants Pass as they bring in Dante Haven from center field to take over on the mound for the Cavemen. He'll take over for Andrew Ide, who moves to third base. Tahalo Johnson moves to first. Jed Hood moves from left to center. And in left field, it looks like Caleb Martinez coming in to take over in left field for Jed Hood.
Batter for Roseburg, number 4, Knox Hubbard.
So a few changes there around the diamond for Grants Pass. Andrew Ide goes 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, right now credited with 4 runs, 8 walks, 3 strikeouts for him. In line to get a win. 5-run game, so not a save opportunity here for Dante Haven, who gets a first pitch strike into the left-handed hitting Knox Hubbard. The catcher hits one right side, gets by the second baseman Calabro into second. Will go Zymet. Base knock for Knox Hubbard, his first of the game. And Roseburg has runners at first and second with nobody out. Hubbard will stay in the game to run for himself out at first. Strike in against Jordan White, who bats here. So White will take for a 1-1 count. Jordan White hitting in the 7th spot. Gets underneath one there, out towards the alley. That's going to find it. That's going to take a hop out to the fence. 1 run will come in. That gets away from the outfielder. They'll hold Hubbard at third. A double for White. And Roseburg's got 1 in and runners at second and third with nobody out. And the game-tying run will be on deck. Carson Dunn, I must have gotten something wrong on my defensive changes that I made in that earlier in the game for Roseburg. I thought Dunn had come out of the game, but they might have moved him somewhere else. So Jordan White hitting in the 7th spot. Now playing at third base with Takahashi on the mound. Getting that RBI double, driving in. Garrett Zymet from second, first to third for Knox Hubbard. Carson Dunn will bat. First pitch, strike 1. Dunn 0 for 3 in the ball game. The 0-1 is right there for strike 2. Roseburg trying to fight their way back in it with 1 run in so far, 2 in scoring position and nobody out. The 0-2 to Dunn, just outside for ball 1. Didn't miss by much there. Timeout called, and Coach Sestair is going to come in to have a conversation with Dunn. Roseburg softball, they haven't started game 2 over there just yet, but after game 1, Roseburg gets a win against Grants Pass, 4-3 in that contest. Congratulations to the softball team. One-two pitch here for Dante Haven on in relief. Dunn goes opposite field. That's the right idea. Could drive in a run. Catch made by Cartwright. The run coming in, and up to third base will go Jordan White. Right idea there for Carson Dunn, and that might have been the conversation that was had with Coach Sestair. Sack fly works out just all right for us. Drives in one. There is an out now. One away, 2 runs in. Roseburg down by 3 with the 9-hitter at the plate. Logan Klopfenstein takes a strike on the inside corner. Klopp is 1 for 2 today with a walk and a run scored. Had a line drive back up the middle in the 4th inning. Gets underneath one here. That's not going to be enough to drive in a run, but that could be trouble. This shortstop, Derler, underneath it. Both Derler and Andrew Ide, the third baseman, trying to track that ball, and they both looked a little uneasy about it. But Derler does come down with it. 2 outs now, and now Roseburg needs a rally. Austin Takahashi will try and get it started. Needing a few more runs. Pitch outside to the lefty. Game tying run still on deck with 2 runs in. Roseburg needing 5 to tie this one up, and they've gotten 2 so far. 2-0 count for Takahashi. That pitch outside. Austin is 2 for 4 in the game. Takes high and away for 3-0 count. Top of the lineup here for Roseburg, facing Dante Haven, the relief pitcher, and out to the mound will go Troy Osborne, the catcher for Grants Pass, to have a quick conversation. Mentioned Osborne, the son of one of the assistant coaches. In his first year leading the Grants Pass program, Zach Morgan, looking to try and get a win here. He's the son of former head coach Stacy Morgan, who coached Grants Pass for 20 years. And we do offer our condolences to the Morgan family after Stacy Morgan passing away back in January, according to Ben Mackey with the Grants Pass Daily Courier down there in GP. Thank him for some of the details about this Grants Pass baseball team. He is a wealth of knowledge down there, Ben Mackey. Ball 4 issued by Dante Haven will put Takahashi on at first, bringing the game-tying run to the plate in the form of Sebastian Watson, and out to the mound is going to go Zach Morgan to have a conversation out there. Zach Morgan also playing for Grants Pass back in the day. Takes over for former Douglas Trojan Kevin Schaefer, who coached the team back in 2019. This Grants Pass team out to their best start since the early 2000s. Best start to league play since 2005 when they started out 4-0.
Next batter, number 2, Sebastian Watson.
Sebastian Watson going to try and keep things going for Roseburg, who's been out to a great start to league play. Takes high for ball 1. Roseburg at 4-1, Grants Pass at 3-1. Both teams trying to avoid that second loss of the season. Roseburg trying to win their 3rd straight game. A pitch bounces in, knocked down by Osborne behind the plate. Stick around. We'll have our post-game show coming up where we'll name the Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game for Roseburg. It's a pitch inside. Count goes 3-1. We'll also recap all the scoring in this one. Plenty of it. Total of 15 runs here today. 9-6 the score at bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. Roseburg trying to stay in this one. A 3-0 pitch taken for strike 1 by Watson. Sebastian Watson does have 1 walk in the game against Andrew Ide, who's now at 3rd base. Dante Haven trying to close this one out, although it would not be a save for him, and he misses on his 3-1 pitch to offer a walk up to Watson. Bases loaded. And the number 3 hitter at the plate for Roseburg. Watson at first, Takahashi at second, Jordan White at third. And Dawson Gillespie batting.
Next batter, number 9.
He is 0 for 1 in the game. He has walked 3 times. Once he walked with the bases loaded already. First pitch, outside, ball 1. They're going to make things interesting for us here in this one. Game-tying run at first. Game-winning run at the plate for Roseburg. The 1-0. Outside and high for a 2-0 count from Haven. Dante Haven, a senior. out there trying to secure this win for Grants Pass. The 2-0 pitch. Gillespie takes high and away for a 3-0 count. 8th hitter to the plate for Roseburg in the 7th inning. Dominic Titone, who's 0 for 4 in the ball game, waiting on deck. Roseburg, the 3-0, strike one taken. Roseburg trying to come back in the bottom of the 7th. They came back in the top of the 7th for a win against North Medford a week ago. This would be a bigger win here at home. The 3-1, fouled back for strike two. Gillespie just getting a piece of it. One strike away for Grants Pass to try and secure this victory. A walk will drive in a run, but still it would be a Grants Pass lead. So a walk here doesn't necessarily doom you, but it does keep things going and makes it a little more interesting. The 3-2, all the runners going. High for ball 4, and they keep moving. 9-7, Roseburg within 2. And a visit to the mound now. We may have a second pitching change here in the 7th for the Cavemen. Scoring was Jordan White on the bases loaded walk for Dawson Gillespie. Takahashi to third. Sebastian Watson to second. Gillespie on at first, and we've got a call to the pen. We'll go ahead and take another 60-second break and come back with more of the 7th inning. Roseburg within 2, rallying here late against Grants Pass on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Contractors, formerly known as Ari Noah, are the experts in industrial and commercial construction. With over 50 years of combined experience, Renco General Contractors is Douglas County's building leader when it comes to commercial construction. From turnkey construction from the ground up, tenant improvements to seismic upgrades, Renco is an authorized metal building dealer dedicated to providing our community the highest quality structures. They also specialize in steel fabrication and welding. Call Renco today. There's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Back here in the bottom of the 7th inning, Ashton Durler will take over on the mound for Grants Pass. He inherits the bases loaded. Here in the bottom of the 7th, Andrew Ide will go to shortstop to take over for Durler.
Andrew Ide will go to short. Luke
Taking
Morgan
over at third base is going to be Luke Morgan, a freshman that comes into the game. So it'll be Durler to try and now this will be a save opportunity here for Ashton Durler. He'll face Dominic Titone with 2 outs and the bases loaded. The game-tying run at second base. 9-7 the score. Grants Pass in front. Bottom of the 7th inning. Game 1 of our doubleheader. We'll have Game 2 starting in about 20 minutes after the conclusion of Game 1. Was scheduled to start at 2, but obviously we're going to be a little behind that. On the mound, Durler out of a windup will fire high and away to Dominic Titone, who bats. He's the 9th hitter to the plate in the 7th inning for Roseburg. Titone 0 for 4, a pair of strikeouts in his last 2 at-bats. Did drive in a run on a double play back in the 3rd. The 1-0 he'll take for strike 1. He has seen one now. Titone, a deep breath as he digs back in. The weight of this game on his shoulders. The 1-1 from Durler, fouled away. Down to their last strike again here for Roseburg. A 1-2 count from Ashton Durler. Durler, another senior, taking over on the mound. Titone will dig in, the left-handed hitter. Bases loaded, the 1-2. Gets underneath one, high in the air out to right field. Coming in, Cartwright there to make the grab, and that will wrap it up. Roseburg threatens with 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning, but they can't get enough. And this one goes final. Grants Pass will win Game 1, 9-7. We'll take a break, and we come back after the 3 minutes here. We'll recap Game 1 for you, and we'll name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game for the Roseburg Indians. So we will come back for you here in just a few minutes to recap this one and get you ready for Game 2 on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Contractors, formerly known as RE Noah, are the experts in industrial and commercial construction. With over 50 years of combined experience, Renco General Contractors is Douglas County's building leader when it comes to commercial construction. From turnkey construction from the ground up, tenant improvements to seismic upgrades, Renco is an authorized metal building dealer dedicated to providing our community the highest quality structures. They also specialize in steel fabrication and welding. Call Renco today. There's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco.
At Kern Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, "Hey, where did you get that great smile?" And for you to be able to say, "At Kern Orthodontics."
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Buy one, get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one signature service oil change with Pennzoil, get one free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Champion Car Wash Field, where Grants Pass takes Game 1 of our Twin Bill. Final score 9-7. We'll recap it all for you in just a second. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg Baseball on the Score. Well, Game 1 goes in favor of the Cavemen as Andrew Ide gets the victory on top of Garrett Zimet in this pitcher's duel. 9 runs on 9 hit for the Cavemen. They did commit 2 errors, 7 runs on 8 hits for Roseburg. No errors in Game 1 of our Twin Bill. Joey Keyran here with you from Champion Car Wash Field in between games. We'll have our second game coming up in about 20 minutes from now. And just a quick heads up for those that may be watching online. If you are watching at 541radio.com, you're just going to want to refresh the page here in just a little bit. There are 2 broadcast windows up there. You'll see the second one get going here in just a few when we get done with this broadcast. And for those that might be watching on YouTube, just head back to the 1490 The Score YouTube homepage there, and you'll find the second broadcast starting here in just a little while once we get done with Game 1. Just a quick heads up there for you. Coming up here between games, we're going to hopefully replay an interview I did with Peter Weber from the OSAA yesterday on my Sports Talk show, Off the Wall, here in Douglas County. Talked to him yesterday about kind of how things are going, the excitement that Season 4 sports got the green light to play, the basketball and wrestling coming up next month. So we'll have some of that for you here, hopefully coming up in just a little while. As we recap Game 1 of our doubleheader, Grants Pass took a 1-0 lead in the first inning. They made it 2-0 with a run in the top of the third. But in the bottom of the third inning, Roseburg got 3 runs on the board and took a 3-2 lead there against Grants Pass. Roseburg added another run in the fifth to lead 4-2. Felt like things were going pretty well. But in the top of the sixth inning, Grants Pass really broke out the bats. 2 straight singles to start off the game, and then a 3-run homer for Andrew Ide, clearing the left field fence at about 330 feet, I would imagine, out there in left field, getting over the fence to clear the bases. Andrew Ide driving in 3 to make it, at that point, a 6-4 ball game. They would score 6 runs total in the sixth inning and take the 8-4 lead. Grants Pass added another run in the top of the seventh, made it 9-4. Roseburg battled their way back, scored 3 in the bottom of the seventh, had the game-tying run out at second base. 9 hitters to the plate, but they could not bring in the game-tying run. Roseburg falls 9-7 in this contest. Again, your numbers: 9 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors for Grants Pass, left 3 men on base. Roseburg 7 runs on 8 hits, no errors, 12 men left on base for the Indians. Getting the win is Andrew Ide. He pitches 6 innings in the game, gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, 8 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Garrett Zimet takes the loss, 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, 7 runs, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Ashton Durler comes in and does get a save. He inherited bases loaded and a 2-run ball game, so he inherits a save situation after Dante Haven came in a non-save situation and couldn't close it out. So Durler comes in, does close the door, picks up the save there, pitching a third of an inning, getting Dominic Titone to fly out to right field. Taking a look at some of the offensive numbers in this one. Jet Hood had 2 hits in the game, a double and a single, scored twice. Troy Osborne had 3 hits, 2 singles, and a triple, scored twice, had an RBI. Andrew Ide, he had 4 RBIs, had a home run, goes 1 for 4 in the game. Dante Haven was 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Ashton Durler scored a run. Tahalo Johnson, 0 for 4. Gabe Calabro was 0 for 2 with a run scored. Logan Vineyard 0 for 2. Kane Robinson 0 for 1. Caden Cartwright in the bottom of the lineup goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBI, a run scored. He had a single and a triple in the game. On the other side for Roseburg, 8 hits for them. Austin Takahashi was 2 for 4 with 2 singles and a run scored, had a walk. Sebastian Watson was 1 for 2 in the game, a single, a run scored. He had a sack, bunt, and 2 walks in there. Dawson Gillespie was 0 for 1 with 4 walks and 2 RBIs. Dominic Titone 0 for 5. Did pick up an RBI on a ground into a double play. Garrett Zimet was 1 for 2, reached base 4 times with 2 walks in there, scored twice. Knox Hubbard had a single in the 7th. He was 1 for 3 with a run scored. Troy Jones and Jordan White each having pinch hit opportunities, each hitting a double and driving in a run. Carson Dunn was 0 for 3 with a sacrifice fly, scoring a run, and Logan Klopfenstein 1 for 3 with a run scored and a walk in there as well. Those are your numbers here for this first game of the doubleheader. It's time now to name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. Mountain Mike's Pizza, pizza the way it ought to be. Well, I was trying to figure that out there on exactly who I feel, all-around team effort for a lot of these guys. I am going to give it, I want to give it to the 7th spot in the lineup card, but that would be shared by a couple of guys because Troy Jones and Jordan White each having some big hits in this ball game and trying to help Roseburg extend a lead or try to get them to catch back up in this one. But I'm going to go with Dawson Gillespie as your player of the game. Got on base 4 out of his 5 times and almost got up on base all 5 times. Dawson Gillespie, your player of the game. here in game one, driving in two, but obviously a feared hitter at the plate, drawing 4 walks in this ball game. So that is going to be, he also made some nice plays up the middle, turning 2 or getting close to turning 2 on a couple of plays. They did at least once in this game. So Dominic Titone, your player of the game for game one for Roseburg here today. We're going to go ahead and wrap up our broadcast of game one. We'll take a quick break as we get into our Roseburg Disposal pregame show for game 2 of our doubleheader. And we'll come back with hopefully a quick word here with Peter Weber. If I can get all my technology to work the way I think it should, hopefully that will work out for us here in just a moment. But we'll come back with that quick word with Peter Weber when we come back, as this is Roseburg Baseball. Game 2 going to be coming up in a bit, so stay tuned, folks. We'll have more for you in just a few. Right here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Katie, you got this as